American Pie is a song written by the great Don McLean. He was a musician, songwriter, and singer of his own songs that in 1971 was able to write down American Pie. Originally, the song was going to be named The Day the Music Died, but because of production issues, the name of the song became American Pie, which is very well appropriate for the title of the song. American Pie, by 1972, became a number one hit in the US, and soon the song crossed the Atlantic Ocean to reach the lands of Europe as well as Asia. It became an international success. American Pie is a song we shall never forget. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they would be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I would deliver. Bad news on the doorstep. I could not take one more step. I cannot remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So, bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rum, singing, "This would be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die." Did you write the book of love, and you love and have faith in God's above, if the Bible tells you so? Now, do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you are in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bouncing back with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing, "Bye-bye, Miss American Pie." Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rum, singing, "This would be that I die. This would be the day that I die." Now, for 10 years, we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone, but that is not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, and a voice that came from you and me. Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned. No verdict was returned. And while Lennon read the book of Marx, the quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark the day the music died. We were singing, "Bye-bye, Miss American Pie." Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rum, singing, this would be the day that I die. This would be the day that I die. Helter skelter, in a summer swelter, the birds flew off with a falling shelter, 8 miles high and falling fast. It landed foul on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, but the jester on the sideline in a cast. Now the halftime air was sweat perfume, while the sergeant played a marching tune. We all got up to dance. Oh, 'cause the players tried to take the field. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? We started singing, "Bye-bye, Miss American Pie." Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rum, singing, this would be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Oh, and there were, all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick, Jack, flash, sat on a candlestick, 'cause fire isn't the devil's only friend. Oh, and I watched him on the stage. My hands were clenched in first of stage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. And that is the flame climbing high into the night to light the sacrificial. I saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music died. He was singing, "Bye-bye, Miss American Pie." Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rum, singing, this would be that I die. This will be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news. But she just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store where I did hear the music years before, but the man there said the music would not play. And in the street, the children screamed, the lovers cried, and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The churches, bells, all were broken. And the 3 men I admire most, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast, the day the music died. They were singing, "Bye-bye, Miss American Pie." Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rum, singing, this would be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. They were singing, "Bye-bye, Miss American Pie." Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rum, singing, this would be the day that I die. And that is the song American Pie by Don McLean. Of course, the song talks about the day the music died, which is February day of 1959, where unfortunately humanity lost 3 big musicians, three big icons of the American culture, the Big Bopper, Richie Valens, and Buddy Holly. May they rest in peace. My name, Emiliano Martin. I appreciate very much your attention, and until next time, bye, my friends.